You are now tuned in to Sir Classics Comedy Zone.
How you doing?
Okay, I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. Welcome to Sir Classic Comedy Zone. I am your interviewer, Valenese B. How are you today?
Hey, everything is lovely. Once the sunshine come up, you can't do nothing but be love. Have a
I
great day.
know, right? Are you in Atlanta right now?
I absolutely, absolutely. Where you located?
I'm in Atlanta as well. So I
Okay.
am enjoying all of this 70-degree weather right along with you.
I know some people it's cold up there. I ain't going up there. Up there, cold. No, can't have. They can have that weather.
I was in the Midwest this past weekend. I got cooties while I was there.
No, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Every
I can go
year,
visit
every
for
year.
now and then, but after that, I got to come back home.
I completely understand. I completely understand. All right, so we can go ahead and get started. The show must go on. So I see reading your bio here that you are based out of Atlanta and you've been
Mhm.
doing comedy since 2016.
Yes.
So exactly when you know how a lot of people will ask you, why comedy? Why did you choose comedy? Personally, as a comedian, I don't feel like we choose comedy. I feel like comedy chooses us. So when do you feel like comedy chose you?
Uh, it was probably 6 years ago, and I was at an open mic. I was sitting in crowds doing, and some of my coworkers, we decided after work we're gonna go to the open mic. And I'm sitting down there. B Tuck is hosting, and the comedians are coming up, and my buddies are like, "Warrick, you funny? Get up there, get up there." I was like, "No, I'm not." And the more I was drinking, the more I thought I can get up there because they was bombing. Some of the guys they was up there bombing, so I decided, okay, I'm going up there. So B Tuck calls me up here. He said, "Come on up here." I get up there. I thought I was funny. I get up there and I'm just talking, telling jokes. Nobody's laughing.
Ooh.
All you can hear is the customer tell the waitress, "You can keep the change."
Oh God.
That's how, that's how it was. But after that, I fell in love with it because B Tuck get up and he said, "I don't know what you do, but you need to keep your day job. This ain't for you," and stuff like that. So every Tuesday I would come back, and now I'm traveling here in the road and stuff.
I know that's right. I love it. I love it. So you said about 6 years ago. So you didn't go there with the intentions of doing stand up. You just went to kind of check out other comedians.
Yes,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Wow. And you've been rolling with it ever since.
Ever since I've been
Ever
rolling,
since. What open mic was it, if you don't mind me asking?
it was it was at Uptown.
Uptown. Okay. Okay.
It was
I've
at
done
Uptown.
Uptown before myself.
Hmm.
That is, I feel like if you can do places like Uptown, Monticello,
That was
Cats,
Marcello's.
yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like if you can do places like that, you pretty much earned your stripes. You know, like
Hmm.
you, you got this in the bag if you can get up there and make people laugh.
Yeah, especially Uptown and Marcello's. Yeah, you right. You make them laugh. You got something. You working on something.
You can go anywhere. Look, if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere.
Absolutely.
So, are you doing anything else in addition to stand up comedy? Do you act? Do you write? Do you host?
I host. I act. I did two movies. I did a commercial game show. Uh, so I'm into everything. I right now I do my little skits. You probably seen them or not. I play Uncle Tater Bug, and what he do. He talk about everybody, anybody. He always greet people like he like them. Then afterwards, he gonna say something about them, good or bad. So I play that character on my Instagram, and my YouTube. Yeah, I do a lot of writing myself.
That's good. That sounds like the uncle or the aunt that we all have in our family.
Everybody got him. Everybody got him. And my uncle, he was like that. He just talk about people, and it was so funny to me. So I said, so I decided to do that character.
Because they'll talk about you right in front of your face.
Oh yeah.
That's the good part. Those are the type of shady people that I like. I don't like the shady people that talk about you behind your back. I like the ones that talk crazy about you right there to your face. They give you a chance to say something back or to just accept it.
Uh-huh. Those be those great aunts. They do that. Those
Oh
great aunts
yeah,
do that.
they good for
Hmm.
it, honey.
You know that
My
outfit look a hot mess, girl. You know I don't even know why you got it on.
they are the best shade throwers.
Absolutely.
The best shade throwers known to man. They let you know where you stand with them immediately.
Hmm.
So, what goals do you have? What are your plans going forward?
Well, I hope this is my plan is is to act. I want to act, so that's my plan. I want to do a couple HBO specials. Um, um, those basically my two goals is to do do a couple HBO special to get into acting, and and the rest be history.
So, that the first and only time you ever bombed at Uptown, or have you bombed before? Like after that, and if so, how did you kind of wiggle your way out of it?
Um, I didn't bomb. What I received was a heckler.
Ooh, that was my next question. Okay, okay.
So I haven't really received a bomb. You know what I'm saying? I received booze, and no, when you get the silent is worse than booze.
You think
Yeah,
so?
I know. So
You know, so okay.
that to I rather for you booming than to not say nothing.
Right. I can see that now. Now that you put it that way, I can definitely see that. Because at least if you boo me, that means you're listening.
Right,
I have your attention.
right. And I can go and work on what you boo. But if you say nothing, now I'm
Yeah.
like, did they like it? Did they not like it? I don't know what's going on here. I don't know. But I dealt with a heckler, and I shut him down real fast because I Jones. That's what I do. In high school and everything. So he didn't. But I learned from. Do you know D Keys?
I'm not familiar with them. Are they here? Are they based out
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Atlanta?
he based in Atlanta.
Okay.
He
I haven't
he
ran into him yet.
he told me one thing. He said, when you get dealing with a heckler, don't offend the person. Make that person the bulk of a joke, and have everybody get involved. So now that person can't do nothing but sit down because everybody against them. But if you
That makes
attack
sense.
him, then now it's being you one on one with him. Get everybody involved in it.
See, as a comedian, and as a person who is a big fan of comedy, I don't like talking about people in the audience, and I don't like being talked about either. But I'm a good sport with it because before I got started in comedy, I had went to a show back in Indianapolis, and and one of the comedians had started talking about me, and so
On stage.
on stage, yep, he started talking about me, and I was a good sport about it. I just laughed it off,
Hmm.
but some people can't handle that, so I always keep it in the back of my mind, like these people might want to jump on me after the show, so let me
Oh
be
yeah.
easy. let, me, let me be easy. And so my next question was to ask you if you had ever been heckled and how you kind of dealt with that. But now we know. So, what are your ways of prepping for a show?
Uh, I have different ways. Like if they tell me it's like going to be a Valentine show or something like that, then I go with my couples jokes and stuff like that. It depends on what kind of show. It's an older crowd. I don't curse as much, uh, which I don't do anyway. But I try not to curse when it's an older crowd. Uh, or sometimes I go and I look at the crowd, or look at the next comedian. I mean, the comedian going up before me, and see how the crowd is reacting to them. Then I know what kind of jokes I can tell. So all that. works, all that. Just I do. Just it just it's all depending on the crowd.
Okay, okay. And I say that a lot too. I had a situation where I did well, it wasn't an open mic. I was actually booked to do the show, but it was like my second time ever.
Hmm.
And the crowd was just not very receptive. And I at first I thought it was just me and I'm new and maybe I just don't know how to translate my jokes and da da da. But they were like that with pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
And the people were funny. Like we were all funny. It was just that crowd wasn't receptive. And one thing that I started realizing is that sometimes these people are not coming for comedy. They're like, this is what they do on a regular Tuesday. They come to their favorite bar
Right.
or, whatever, and they're here to just have some drinks and kind of unwind and catch up with their girlfriends or their homies or whatever. So, and we're pretty much interrupting their
Yeah.
normal Tuesday evening. So
Mhm.
I get that now. But being a newbie and I'm up there giving it my best and nobody's laughing.
Yeah. And you think you bombing? No, you're not. It's just like you said. They not. They didn't come for the jokes. They
Right.
just come to have a good time.
Right.
And you invading their territory, so they just listen. Bars are the hardest thing to do. If bars, because they didn't come there. They came there to eat and talk to each other. Now you're invading their privacy. So bars are really hard to do. And when I go to a bar, I'm not going there to make you laugh. I'm going there, oh, excuse me, I don't go for the laughter. I just go to work on my material and to interact with the customers. I'm not gonna give them my best, so they're gonna get me talking trash and messing with them, and that's how I interact. Because you trying to get up there and do a whole set, it's not gonna work.
No, I agree. I totally agree.
It's not
And
gonna work.
I learned that the hard way because I told people I don't like doing bars. Because
Mm-mm.
I did I was up there doing my set and the waitress walked up to me and handed me my drink. And I was like, "Lady, you couldn't have put this down on my table? Like you couldn't." She literally walked up and handed me my drink and I'm like, I have a mic in one hand and I'm just
Drink
like,
it
what
over.
and a drink in another one. So bars are not my favorite place to do either. But one thing I did learn is exactly what you just said, to not go up there and do your set, to kind of just freelance
Hmm.
and do crowd interaction. And yeah, just learn how to do, I learned how to do crowd work that way, just by going
Yeah.
to bars and not really having people interact with me. I'm like, oh, well, I'll just, play around with them.
Mhm.
So are you a headliner? Do you
I am.
do, you
I
are?
am a headliner.
Yes. I don't laugh at this, but I headlined at an open mic.
Okay. At an open mic.
At
Okay.
an open mic. No, so I went to an open mic and I was able to, the guy that was over the room, he was pretty much trying to help me flush out, and so
In Atlanta.
yeah, here in Atlanta, yep.
Who was
So
it?
Derek Nicholson.
Okay, Derek Nixon. Okay, okay,
So I did 15 minutes and then I came back the next week and I did 25 minutes and I came back and then I did 45 minutes and he was like, now you can say, he was like, well, you're not really a headliner because you did it at open mic night, but now you have 45 minutes worth of, worth of material. So yeah.
okay.
So do you have anything coming up right now? Do you have any movies that you're working on? I know you said you do your skits. Do you have any more TV shows coming up?
I don't have any TV shows coming up, but I will be in Minnesota April the 15th through the 17th at a place called Laugh Camp Comedy. So I will be in Minnesota from in April.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is this what you're doing full time? You doing comedy full time now,
No,
or
no, I don't.
entertainment?
No, I don't do. That's Comedy is not how I eat. If that's what you're asking me.
Okay, okay. So you do have a regular job or entrepreneur?
Yeah, I own a steel company, steel construction company,
Oh, okay,
and I also own a nonprofit organization.
okay. And what's your nonprofit?
It's called Westford Alumni. And what we do there, we just go back into my community because I'm from the West Side, Bankhead, and Hollywood Road, and all this stuff there. We go back into my community, and we do have like community days, and we have salute to seniors, where we go into the home, and we have like we do toiletries. Have this is old folks home, and we have like we do dance with them. We stare. We play bingo with them. We just go and have a good time with them because these people, some people don't have people that come to visit them and stuff like that. So I thought it was a good idea that we just give back to the community. Then I give out 4 scholarship every year to high school students. So yeah, so we do a lot.
Okay, I like that. I actually am in the process of starting my nonprofit organization as well. And one of the things that are near, well, two people that are near and dear to me are veterans and seniors. So let me know if you ever need a hand or when you go out, and I'll definitely volunteer my services and come out with you
Okay,
guys.
okay.
Yep.
We definitely need help. Yeah.
And what's your social media for that?
I have no social media for that. Oh yes, I do. It's on the Facebook. If you go on the West Facebook, it's called West Fulton Alumni
West Fulton
Alumni Incorporate.
alumni.
Incorporate. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So you can see all the events that come up and stuff like that. Matter of fact,
Okay.
I posted the scholarship on there just a couple days ago. So yeah, you can go up on there and check out all the events that comes up.
Okay. And what was the name of the place that you were going to be again in Minnesota, April 15th through the 17th?
It is called Laugh Camp Comedy.
Laugh Camp Comedy. Okay, got it. All right. Was there anything else that you would like to share with us?
No, if you ever go to I think it was called Jokes. Man, what's the name of that place? You would see my picture up there on the wall with some of the greatest comedians of all time, and you would see mine. So I guess every comedian should go through there
Okay.
uh, and experience that. Have you ever been there? It's in Augusta, I think it is. It's in Savannah, Augusta.
I haven't been down there yet. The furthest I've been so far was Warner Robins and Macon.
Yeah. So they get you to come down there and headline. Okay. So if you good and if the crowd love you and you everything, you good. They put your picture on their wall.
Oh,
Now, if you're not good and you bum and stuff like that, you don't get no pictures. A lot of but that's a nice place right there.
okay.
Some of the guys some people from Atlanta have their pictures up there also.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to check that one out. What you said, it was either
I-
in Augusta or Savannah.
yeah. It's called Jokers. I think that's the name of it. If I can
Okay.
remember right, it's called
Jokers.
Jokers.
All right. I'll find
You
it.
know Kelly Kell?
Uh-huh. I actually, excuse me, the show that I was telling you about that I was booked to do in March of last year, Kelly Kells was the headliner.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
So I
me and
worked
Kelly
with her.
Kell's done a lot of shows together.
Oh,
Yeah, Kelly
yeah.
Kell. When you start doing comedy?
I got started in February of last year.
Okay.
Yep, February 2020. No, I'm sorry, February 2021. And I actually wanted to get started in February of 2020, but the pandemic happened and they locked us down in March. And had I been thinking, I would have started doing like virtual comedy, but I wasn't. I didn't know then what I know now.
Yeah. The only experience I can tell you is the stage. That stage is going to make you better than you are. That stage is going to create you. Uh, I can People can sit and tell you, what to do, what to say, but being on that stage is how you're going to develop. And that's the only teacher is that stage.
I, you're right. You are
That's
right
the only
about
teacher.
that. You are right about that because I remember I was asking other comedians like, what should I do? How should I prep? How should I do this? How should I do that? They were like, just get up there and do it. Like seriously, that's all you can do is just get on stage.
Mhm.
That's it.
Because the people going to tell you, they're going to tell you doing good and you're doing bad, but you learn from that, and record everything that you do, so you can hear the boost. You hear where you paused at when you should have kept talking. You hear where you talk too much when you should have just stopped talking. So it's all about just recording yourself because sometimes you got to trim the fat and get straight to the funny. You know what I'm saying? People talk too much. Get straight to the funny. And, you can tell a story, but don't make the story. all drawn out or stuff like that. Just get straight to the point. You know.
I agree with you there. And I do record myself, but the problem that I was running into here recently is that people will record for you, but they'll talk.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, so when you get your recording, when you get your phone back from them and you're trying to watch yourself, all you hear is them talking over you, and it's like, okay. So now I have a tripod that I take with me, and I set that up, and I make sure that I'll be able to see myself and I'll be able to hear myself, and I set that up instead of asking people to record for me.
Right. Right. Do that. Yeah. Um, I love doing it. I love doing it. I fell in love with it. I'm in a group called, like I told you, there's a group called Side Stand Up with,
Yes,
I know you know Ty Dixon. You ever met Ty
yes,
Dixon?
yes. I've
It's
worked with
me.
Ty before.
It's me, Ty Dixon, Kiana Scott, and J. I call him Ali, but it's Boomaye. Ali
Okay.
Boomaye. And we just we go around. We do company. It's funny.
So you guys travel as a group together.
Yeah, we go as a group
Okay.
together. I think I got on my Facebook, I mean Instagram, some of the shows that we have done. All four of us, or all three of us. Uh, but I got. If you go on my Instagram, you'll check it out. You'll see all us together.
Okay. Okay. Yes, I've worked with Ty before. He is absolutely hilarious. I don't think I've seen Kiana before, but I've heard her name. I definitely heard her name before. Well, being a woman in comedy, we know of all the women,
Yeah,
versus the men. So,
guys. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So you have been at Uptown, Atlanta Comedy Theater, Oak Lounge, Privilege Lounge, The Basement, Laughing Skull, Punchline. You've done improv in Washington D.C. and the Flamingo in Florida.
Uh-huh.
So you are pretty much you're nationwide. You're all over.
Yeah, I'm all. I try to. If they have me, I'm coming.
I know.
They
I
have
know
me, I'm
that's
coming.
right. I know
Yeah.
that's right.
I did the Funny Bones in Ohio. Um, it's a lady named she got a place in Tennessee and Nashville. You probably have to go check out too. Uh, Her name Tanya or something like that. It's real small, but
Okay.
if you go through, you have to stop there, and that's another spot that most comedians need to go and check out.
Okay. I actually, one of my goals for this year is to travel more. So I wanted to hit up like the surrounding areas first, like Alabama, South Carolina, North Carolina, Nashville, Chattanooga. What else we got around us?
Florida,
Florida. Yep. So I wanted to hit all those areas and then start making my way up to the Midwest and then, to the East Coast and the West Coast. So I'll definitely, if you can think of the name of the place, let me know, and I'll definitely check Tanya out in Nashville.
yeah, yeah, she's very nice, man. And she do festivals too.
Oh, okay.
So she do for the weekend. She'll do a festival. It's real nice. We stayed in a hotel. She put us in a hotel. It was real nice. I mean, I was amazed. Then they have like little workshop and stuff like that. It's really really nice.
Okay.
It's
I
really
will
nice.
definitely check that out.
And each day they have something different. Like each day is different style of comedy each day. You know what I'm saying? So you probably have to do no cursing. All you do is talk about relationship comedy, and you have to do all that. It was really fun. I was excited about it.
How long ago did you do this?
That probably was, I want to say 2 year 3 years ago. Probably
Okay.
about 3 years ago.
So this is something she does annually?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
great, great,
yeah.
great.
About
Well,
3 years ago.
I hope I can catch on to that this year.
Yeah,
If
that's
she,
the only festival I've been to that I really like. The other
okay.
ones, they all over the place.
He said they doing too much.
Yeah, they be
It's
all over.
not structured. Yeah, you
Not
gotta have
structured. Right.
structure. You have to have structure when you're trying to do festivals and when you taking people money from them. Like if this is the itinerary, this is what we expect to do. I don't want to be running around like a chicken with his head cut off. So I completely
Mhm.
understand that. So
Mhm.
what do you think that some of the mistakes are that newbies make when they start doing comedy?
One, one of the mistakes, like I can speak for myself, um, like one of the mistakes that I done is that I thought that every time you get on stage, you had to tell us a new joke every time you got on stage. Well, you don't have to do that. You got to let that joke, the joke that you got to let that joke become you. Develop that joke so it can become funny. You know what I'm saying? Now you're going on to the next joke. You haven't even developed the last joke you have said. You know, so that's a mistake, and I think another mistake is just listen to people who don't even know that you talk about. You know what I'm saying? I, for instance, like if you if you're not funny, how you gonna tell me what I'm doing? And if you're, I'm not trying to not put nobody down, somebody, but if you're not funny, then I don't need to take no advice from you because
Right.
you're not even funny. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me what my joke is not funny. Then you not up there telling funny jokes. So don't listen to people. Let that crowd be your judge. Because some
Okay.
people want to steal your joke, so they'll tell you your joke ain't funny. Then they want you to stop saying it. Then next thing you know, they're saying that joke.
Yeah. I've actually had that happen. Well, not necessarily in that order, but I've had people pretty much take my joke and they just didn't use the word. Because I have a joke about me being a hobosexual, which is somebody who is, fucking for shelter, right?
Hmm.
And so I've had guys go up and say that joke without saying the word homosexual. And I know that that's not a unique thing, but the way that I present it is unique. And it's my joke. And so I've had people come tell me like, "Hey, it's a guy running around here using your homosexual joke."
And what'd you say to him? You stepped on him?
I haven't met the guy yet. Every time I ask them who it is, they're like, "I can't remember." I'm like, "Okay, well, I haven't met the guy yet though, so at least I don't think I have."
Yeah. Yeah, you had to tell him, hey man, why hey, you know that's my joke. Don't be using my joke.
Right, like,
'Cause it take us time to make up our jokes, and for somebody to take it, that's not
it's
wrong. Write
theft.
your own jokes.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
theft. It's stealing. It's like you might as well come kick my door in and steal my TV or something. Like you, because you're ultimately taking food out of my mouth,
absolutely.
because this is how I'm supporting myself or taking care of my family or whatever. But yeah,
And they
so.
would do it. They would do it. And like another thing I would say to comedians that coming up and stuff, I did it. I did it. I don't I don't like it when they say just say they it's an event, open mic. All right, nobody's there but 15 comedians, and they want you to perform. Don't do it because why you performing in front of these comedians? It doesn't make sense. I don't. I did it, but and once I started again, growing in comedy, I didn't do it. I stopped because what's the point? I can do this at home. I don't need their validation. So that was one thing. Don't do it.
That has been something that I've been running into, is that I was going to these open mics and it was just me and other comedians. And I'm like, one thing I started realizing is that some comedians wouldn't laugh at other comedians' jokes, even though they were funny, just so that comedian wouldn't think it was funny and they would like,
Hmm.
scrape that joke or whatever. Because
Absolutely.
ultimately, if you think about it, we're competitors, we're all trying to get to this level or to that level. We're all trying to get booked. We're all trying to get money. Personally, I don't look at anybody as my competition, but we are
Right.
competitors. And I
Absolutely.
think that some people do look at each other as competition, and it's like, no, we're not competition. We have different styles of comedy. We have different, flow. We have different ranges. We have different target audiences. But I've seen it happen, and I'm glad you said that because I was running into that like, why the hell do I keep wasting time and gas coming out here to tell my damn jokes in front of people that heard them a million times? Like I'm
Uh,
literally rehearsing in front of the same people, and like you said, I could do this at home in front of my mirror.
that's it. I had to wake up and say, why am I doing this? These people, these are the same people I see all the time. They've heard this joke a million times, you know. But
Yeah,
it's I did it, but I would tell everybody I wouldn't do it. Don't do it. If I had to go through it again, I wouldn't do it. Nope,
yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I actually stopped going out as much myself, and people would be like, "Where you been?" I'm like, "At home." Like you, for one, gas is $1 million per gallon, so
Hmm.
I'm not trying to waste all my little gas money trying to come out here to impress fellow comedians.
Hmm.
So yeah, but I am glad you did say that because that's some advice that I would definitely give to somebody coming up as well. And I'm only a year in. Like
Yes, and let me see what else that I don't know. I think those only two that really is like is irking. But other than that, just get up there and hit the stage.
so how did you and Ty and Kiana and Ali, how did you guys come up with the idea to form like a traveling team of, to go out?
Um, we just seem like 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 this. Like I know things, you may know something, so I know there's something going on. Okay, you tell me it's going on. I come, and we do it together. So if it's four of us, if everybody know that something is happening, then let's do it together. So we started like, okay, let's go to this room, let's go to this room, or let's do this. Okay, then we went from that to, hey, I'm getting booked, and I'm gonna tell them to book you, or do that, or do that. Or when I get booked, I tell them, hey, you're gonna book Ty, you're gonna book Kiana, and stuff like that. I got my own crew, we coming, like that. So it went from just hanging from going to room, to let's we're performing now. We're going. Hey, I'm getting booked. I'm telling them to book you guys too. So that's
Okay.
how we just started. We were just hanging out, and you got to have a team. You got to have because
Yes.
you can't. It's hard to do it by yourself because you don't know. All right, what's room popping, what's room not popping. Because you get to the place, and now it's 15 comedians there. But if you have a circle, you're like, hey, don't even come here. It's never 15. It's 15 comedians. We're gonna go to somewhere else, and it's a crowd there. So you got to have a team.
Yes, I
And
agree.
make it easy. You need a team,
I
and
totally agree.
that's what we came up with.
I have I guess I have a team in a sense because it's me and another comedian, and him and I, we always ask each other, where you going today? I'm like, I'm going here. Oh, don't go there. You should go over here. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go over there. And if he gets there before I do, he's like, hey, don't come over here. It's dead. I'm getting ready to go to this spot. And if I go to the other place, I'm like, don't even waste your time coming over here. They're not even open tonight. Like, so and then I have another girlfriend. She stays a little further out, but her and I do the same thing with each other as well. She's like, it's a couple things out here happening if you want to come out this way, because she lives a little further out than I do. And I'm like, hey, if you come out this way, we need to hit this place and that place. So, but you
Right.
are right though. We definitely need to have a team, and if we all work together like that, there's no telling, there's no limit to where we could go with this. And like Atlanta's not a bad. This is like a great place to be for comedy.
And get somebody. I'm just saying. So our thing is, out of it's four of us. What is somebody gonna blow up?
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Somebody gonna blow up, and that person got to come back and get it the other
Yep.
three. So that's our commitment to each other. So out of the four of us, somebody's gonna make it. All right, and that person have to come and get the rest of it. So, but the thing is, who you team up with, they have to be funny. You know what I'm saying? Or have the ability to grow. You see, oh, I can see they grow. They just started out, but they can grow. Funny is funny no matter what.
Right.
But you got to see, hey, this person have a chance to make it, and then you build the ties. Like, hey, if you blow up, you blow up. Don't forget us. Come back and get us.
Yeah, and that's how it should be.
Yeah.
That's how it should be. That's one of the a comedian that I really admire is Cat Williams. I like how he is for the underdogs. Like
Hmm.
how he the Lunels and the Melanie Camachos. I remember watching them as a kid, as a young girl watching them, and I always wondered like why they never blow up like other people. So, but
Hmm.
what's his name? Red. Is it Red Man?
Redmond.
Yeah, Redman. Yeah, watching him and just like I remember watching an interview with him and he was in tears crying about how Cat pretty much came excuse me, how Cat came and got him,
Hmm.
and how much respect and love he had for him. And I love stories like that. I love people like that. And that's how it really should be. If one make it, you come back and you get the rest of us and then put us in position where we can make it as well. Whether
Yeah.
it's doing acting or writing, because one thing I've also realized, this is a business.
Yeah.
This is a business. And if you treat it like a business, you'll go a lot further faster. You know, you can't get stuck in jack like you said, you can't get stuck doing the open mic nights with for in front of 5, 10 other comedians.
You
You have
can't
to
do it.
think outside that. You have to be like, okay, what else can I do? Okay, what else is happening? What else needs to be done? Writing.
Hmm.
Okay, I can be a writer. Acting. Okay, I can start doing extra work.
Right.
Podcasting, like YouTube channels, vlogging. Like there's so many other avenues to take than just trying to pound the pavement at just that one.
Yes, the revenue is big. It's really big. You just got to do it. Find your lane, know what you're good at, and just do it because there's money out here to be made.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I want it.
If you want it, you can get it
I
because
want
it's
it.
out here. It's out here to be made.
I
And
definitely want it.
the thing is about this, everybody is for themselves. Instead of like, if I if I'm eating, I want the next person to eat too. Because why I'm gonna get full, get fat, I'm gonna die. When everybody can eat at the same time, we all probably live a long life. You know what I'm saying? Here I am
Yeah.
stuffing myself. Everybody gets stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's my philosophy. Just everybody eat. If I'm eating, my team, we all eat.
Yeah. And it's room for us all. It
Hmm.
really is. It is room for each and every last one of us.
And people get jealous. Jealousy sets in. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, don't worry about that. You just eat. Everybody eat. Don't get jealous of each other. You just eat. But jealousy creeps in.
Yeah. My dad, my stepfather, he used to take me and my brother to McDonald's once a week after school. And I remember one time he set us in the kitchen and he gave me my food. He gave my brother his food. And he went to get a Pepsi. And he poured me some and he poured my brother some out of the can. And I looked over at my brother's cup and I said, hey, that's no fair. He has more pop in his cup than I do. So my dad came and he grabbed my cup and I'm thinking he was getting ready to pour me some more pop in my cup. He took my cup and poured it all into my brother's. And I was about 9 years old. And that is when I learned to keep my eyes on my own plate and to worry about what I have and not anybody else.
Yeah,
That was a very valuable lesson for me at
yeah.
9 years old. And that's how we need to be in life, period. If I see you going further than me, I'm not gonna be mad or jealous or hate. I'm gonna clap for you the entire way that you go. And when, like you said, when you get where you going, you're gonna come back for the people that was down for you and that was
Uh-huh.
helping you and that was encouraging you and motivating you and supporting you and keeping you going. And unfortunately, not everybody gets to continue to go up the ladder with us. That was
Right,
another
right.
thing I learned the hard way.
Yeah. Everybody need to worry about their own body.
That's it. Everybody need to worry about their own body. So, how
That's
would you
that's it.
describe your style of comedy?
Oh man. uh oh wow. It's just I don't know. I don't know it. That's a good question. I just have my unique style of comedy. It's not like nobody else's. Um, that's interesting. I don't have no style. I think everybody have a style, but you probably have to hear me and stuff and say, "Oh, you got this kind of style." But I don't know because I talk about some of everything. I'm
Okay.
I'm not I'm not I'm not vocal. I'm not disrespectful.
Okay.
I could be a little rude. Uh, it's it's on the edge of being kind of rude a little bit, but not rude. So I guess I would say kind of rudely.
Okay.
But it's
And
funny because you're gonna forget about it that he just said that, and you be like, "Oh my God, he just say that?" But then you be like, "Oh, that shit was funny though."
right, so you kind of give people that shock factor.
Yeah, the shock factor.
Yeah, like I can't believe he just said that, but like you said, it was funny though.
Mhm,
So
mhm,
I think that people are shocked by things that come out of my mouth as well, which I love. I absolutely love it because, like, just the way I dress and how I carry myself, they don't expect for me to go up there and say any of the stuff that I say, and it's like that was kind of the plan. Like I like to keep you guessing.
yeah, my
So,
I set him up for the punchline. So I like to set people up, and then I hit them with the punchline. I like to set them up. I love set you up because you don't know they don't know where I'm going with it. Then when I hit them with it, that shit was funny.
I
It's
love it.
it's set up in that punchline. Yeah, I love it.
I absolutely love it. Well, I'm
So
not going.
let me ask you a question. Do
Yes,
you talk about here's my thing with women. Do you talk about sex all the time?
I do not talk about sex all the time. However,
Okay.
and you want to know one of the reasons that I don't talk about sex all the time is because men think that that's an advanced way for them to kind of come talk to me about sex, and it's like pump your brakes, sir. So for as a man, you can talk about sex, and I'm pretty sure there's not a woman like creeping by the bar like trying to hit on you afterwards, or it could be, I'm not sure. But for me, I don't like to talk about sex all the time because I don't want that type of attention. But one of my jokes is a homosexual joke where I talk about basically fucking for shelter, right? And so and then I had this little bit where I pretty much bid myself out, and I'm like, how many bedrooms do you have? I find a guy in the audience. I'm like, how many bedrooms you got? And he'll be like, 3. And so then somebody like, I got 4. I'm like, oh, okay, you got what else you got? You got a car? You got a.
Okay.
So, and it's all within fun, but as
Right.
far as just getting up there and talking about my pussy and sex, that I don't do all that.
Okay, that's good. Because most women comedians, that's all they talk about is sex. Every last one of them they talk about sex. I'm like, is that gonna be a comedian, a woman comedian that do not talk about sex? That's all they
Nope,
talk about.
I don't make it. I do talk about my son having sex with a cougar. I talk
Mhm,
about that. But for me to just get up there and talk about myself having sex, no, no,
mhm.
that's not my style. I think there's a million other ways I can be funny than to just talk about that. And that's
And
no disrespect to anybody that does it, but that's just not my flair.
and another thing I have to share, like you just started out, so you're gonna start tell some jokes, then you're gonna leave those jokes. Because probably in 3 years you ain't gonna be telling jokes that you told at the beginning.
Right.
But do not throw those jokes away, because when 6 years come or 7 years come, you would take that joke that you were saying the first time, and you would make that joke really funny because you got experience now. Okay, so never throw none of your jokes away, even they sound bad, they bad now. Don't throw them away, because 7 years from now you can take that joke and make it funny.
Okay. Okay.
So don't throw it away.
I will definitely keep that in mind. I really appreciate you coming to Sir Classics Comedy Zone and being interviewed by me, Valenese B. And if you have any social media or any way that you want people to follow you, please give it to them now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say just give it to them now so we can all follow you and be in the know of what you have going on coming up.
Yeah, if y'all have any social media, y'all can follow me on Instagram. That'd be Warrick _Ray. That's WARRICK. underscore RAY. I did say RR. So if somebody says, yeah, he said RR. Yeah, I said RR. RR. But anyway, and on Facebook, you can follow me at Warrick Rachel on Facebook. So y'all gonna go ahead and follow me right now.
All right, make sure you guys follow him, and you can follow me as well. I am Valenese B on all platforms, and on Facebook I am Shug Brewington. I believe I'm maxed out of friends, but you can follow me at Valenese B. I have a fan page there. I appreciate you guys coming out work. I appreciate you. Thank you for interviewing with me today. You all have been tuned in to Sir Classics Comedy Zone. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
You are now tuned in to Sir Classics Comedy Zone.